Last Friday, journalist Nasrin Nawah left Kabul, Afghanistan to study on a Fulbright scholarship in journalism at the University of Nebraska. Less than 2 days later, the Taliban took control of the city and country that she'd lived in for her entire life and where her parents and sister remain tonight. Nasrin, who's also a former journalist with BBC Persian, joins us now from Lincoln, Nebraska. Nasrin, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You wrote in a Washington Post op-ed yesterday, "My Taliban nightmare came true. I left, but my sister couldn't." Your sister is also a journalist. She tried to make it out, but wasn't able to. What happened?
That day, everything just was a mess. It happened in a glance. People started running away to their homes from streets, and my sister was one of them. She just ran to the house and locked the door. And after that, the person just called her, the one who we know, and said, "I'm going to help you to get out of here right now. So grab your passport and come to the airport." My father took her to the airport, but it was a very crowded day. She was stuck in traffic jam. And I was just crying right here that what if they find her on the street? What if something happened here and she never arrives to the airport? Before arriving there, the person just called back and said, "Don't come because all the flights are canceled." U.S. just started to evacuate their air forces and staff, so everything was just suspended. We had maybe 2 or 3 flights done that day, and after that, all the flights got suspended till now. So there is just a hope for so many people there that if the flight resolve and they can just get out of there, although they don't want to leave home.
Do you have any sense if she will be able to get out at this point?
It's hopeless that we think there is no way right now. But yeah, we think if something happens, like Taliban accepts that the U.S. Have the control of the airport and resolve normal flights, it may happen. But for now, just there are some emergency and specific flights done just for the military and people who work with U.S. Otherwise, no. Right now, we should just wait. And everyone is waiting to see what will happen.
We've been watching the scenes from the Kabul airport this week, showing hundreds of Afghans trying to leave the country on U.S. flights. The Taliban has said that they will not retaliate against those who helped the allied forces who remain in Afghanistan or served in the Afghan army. What are you hearing about the first days under Taliban rule?
I heard so many different things. Most of them just narrates the fear that people had, because everyone has some memories of Taliban from the previous regime, that it was so dark, it was so terrifying, it was full of cruelty, and people just remember all those public execution, all those women beating, or just taking away girls, or just arresting some men, killing them, or such kind of a story. So the time that they entered in Kabul, the majority of people were thinking that, yeah, they are coming, they will fight, or they will start taking away some people, specifically journalists, social activists, female who were active, and like artists, some kind of these people. And I heard that my friends, one of them just started to go to the airport at night, and she stayed there for 2 days, and now she's back to her house alone and stuck there without any other plan.
There was a spokesperson for the Taliban today who said, and I just want to quote, he said, "Women will be afforded all their rights, whether it is at work or activities, because women are a key part of society, and we are guaranteeing all their rights within the limits of Islam." Are people on the ground believing that?
Exactly. We heard that. And they constantly emphasized on this during the last year, but we have never believed. Women like me don't believe this kind of words because first they said, okay, you can educate, you can go to work, you can be part of this society, but under the Sharia law. But he never gave any context of what's Sharia law. And we have different kind of definition for this Sharia law. We are living in this, we were living in Islamic regime, but we were not banned to the so many other limitations. There was not the government to choose our lifestyle and our clothes. We were obeying the rules, the law.
How transformative have the past 20 years been for the rights of women in Afghanistan?
We witnessed so many transformation, not just about women, about all the youth generation. Women were capable to make businesses. Women were judges. Women were sports in the sports field. I myself was cycling in Afghanistan. My sister was doing this. We were part of the national team. But do you think that it will be possible after Taliban?
I'm sure that you're still processing and taking all of this in. Have you considered at all what you might do in the future yet, as far as if you will stay in the United States or perhaps apply for citizenship here?
It's the most difficult question for now because I really applied for returning. I wrote my statement. There are so many details that I will have my own research and communication center in future in Afghanistan. I planned for that perfectly. I already talked with some people who I wanted to make a group and establish our company, our center. But now I think I cannot just plan anything. And it's not just me. No one else has a plan right now because we should wait what will happen. I will definitely go back to my country if there is a peace and if there is a respect to human rights. And I promise this to Fulbright. But I cannot make any certain plan right now. I don't know. I really deserve, like many other human in this world, to live in peace and use my potential. I would prefer to use it in my country.
Understood. Nasra Nawa, we thank you so much for your time and joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.